Hola clase. In a previous video we were looking at simplifying rational expressions and we were running out of space in the example, so we cut that video. We saw one for each adding and subtracting, which is the same, we cross multiply. So now we're going to see the other two options. So let's see an example of a multiplication. They give me this and I need to simplify. And a multiplication of fractions, it's the easiest of all the operations. I simply multiply my numerators together and my denominators together, and then depending on what I have, I can simplify. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm just going to bring everything in one big fraction, and then I will worry about simplifying because I've got common bases in both. And that is using my rules of exponents that you know already, you're familiar with, and we will work with them. Okay, so now I'm going to use the screen a bit better. Just put it here, and I've got powers of powers, so I'm going to start bringing these ones inside. Remember that this applies to everything inside my brackets, and then I will worry about simplifying later. So I've got in the first one 4 square, and I'm going to leave it the coefficients as an exponent. You're going to see why later on. X to the 4 times x to the 6 times y cubed, and then in the denominator I'm going to have 6 squared, and this is coming from here. Remember that if I've got 3 squared times 2 squared is the same as 3 times 2 squared, so I'm just going to leave it as a 6, and then x to the 2 y squared, and then an x squared as well. So I'm going to be able to combine this and this here, and that would leave me with 4 squared x to the 10 y cubed over 6 squared x to the 4 y squared, and then that's what we left them as coefficients. I'm going to bring the fraction in here, 4 6 squared, and then the x I'm going to subtract coefficients. Remember, these ones cancel, and the same with the y, and I'm left with there. So now I can just look at the fraction. So this fraction here, it's the same if I simplify it as a 2/3. So I've got two options here. I can either leave it as 2/3 square x to the 6y, or if we bring that into a fraction, I'm just going to do these numbers there. 4x to the 6y, all of that divided by 9. And this is a bit more elegant, so I'm going to leave it like that. The last example in which we've got a division. So we need to multiply with the reciprocal. So remember, it's just flipping numerator and denominator. So I'm going to simply copy the first fraction as it is, 2z squared, and now the reciprocal of the second one, and we're going to multiply together. Now, same as we always say, we could realize that we've got common factors here that are going to cancel and cancel them now. But let's imagine that you don't see that, you get to the same place, so I'm going to carry like that. And we're just going to multiply everything. 3x to the power of 4, y cubed, z to the power of 4, all of that divided by 24 x squared y z squared, and then it's a matter of simplifying numbers and working with the exponents. So 3 over 24, that's going to be 1/8, and then I'm left with x squared y squared z squared. And yes, if we wanted, we could take that square common and put everything in brackets. That's up to us, but I'm going to leave it like that just so I don't have brackets in there. I cannot do anything else, so we're done. Okay, so we've seen one example each of the 4 possible operations with rational expressions. So now it's your turn to go and practice. Thanks for watching.